demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders. One more freedom When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came here, they changed their mind. When they came here, they changed their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom,
and the queue.
You raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
And the key word in all of this is obviously freedom. Freedom of speech, your freedom to move around, whether it's your freedom to align, to associate or disassociate, your freedom to move, your freedom to education, your freedom to quality healthcare deliverers, your freedom to security,
when they were coming, they said they were liberators.
Your freedom to eat, your freedom to clothing,
when they came here,
to having shelter. The crux of the matter is freedom, a key, a fundamental pillar of any democracy all around the world. Freedom. And that is why we are Freedom FM. And the politician said to me, freedom is the most fundamentally critical pillar of any democracy. I don't know what you think about that, but I do believe that yes, I can agree that freedom is the most critical pillar of any democracy. Once that is lacking, your democracy becomes weakened. Let me say a very, very pleasant good morning to all of you across the country. Good morning to our friends, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us this morning on Freedom Morning Rise. It's good that you are joining us to rise very high to the top of our challenges, of our issues that are confronting our country and our livelihoods. Those of you in the diaspora, especially the team that participated in the CDC USA convention and all those who got elected. I'd like to say congratulations to all of you and thanks for joining the show this morning. Just a lot to talk about with key emphasis on this entire jock thing. We are not slipping our eyes, neither our microphones or our cameras of the different happenings, including the side attractions. We continue to dig deeper as the investigation unfolds. That is why we are Freedom Morning Rise. We set the stage. We approve approve the agenda of the day and give you a strategic direction as you engage your government of the day. My name is Austin Kawa. I'm here alongside Abu Sharif, and together we are your drivers. Straight up to 10 o'clock this morning, talking the hard issues that matter the most to our country's growth and development. Oh yes, we are excited to be back behind these microphones this morning, and our urge to you all is to stick and stay. Don't go away, because this edition, like any other edition, promises to be intriguing and extremely decisive and incisive on the issues. Too many things to talk about. We hear that a vessel spent over a month in our waters, and none of our security apparatus was able to detect that and make an intervention until the citizens of Grand Cape County decided to cry foul or cry out loud. Is anybody in charge of their sector?
Music.
Oh yes, on yesterday, we made a revelation about the arrest and detention of James Kolako, Superintendent for Operations at the Morovia Central Prison. Small, tiny thing happening, all centered around this entire drug investigation. And that's why Abu and Austin are here as your most reliable companions to unearth, to reveal everything you need to know about this investigation. Very shortly, we take a break from our partner Crime Stopper Liberia, and then after this break, we shall be back in a jiffy to engage.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Morovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Morovia.
Yes, this is Old Man Sam Sion. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Old Man Sam Sion also for that message. Abu, good morning, my brother. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Austin, and of course, a pleasant good morning to all of our people out there. It is always a pleasure being here to engage on the issues that matter to our country. It's been a very long weekend.
Yeah.
We, obviously, for some reason, we had to extend our vacation. Let me say it that way, our 26th vacation.
Yeah.
But yes, we are back, and too many things has happened over the period. It is a good thing that Liberians, for once, are insisting on answers in these drug-related, conversations in the country. We've always been known as a society that moves on. Still old that 1 or 2 weeks thing, but I think with what is happening around this whole cocaine situation, apparently Liberians have developed the character to daringly insist on answers, no matter what, before moving on, and that is a good thing. That's how we strengthen our democracy. That's how we hold accountable duty bearers, because we're keeping the feet to the fire. We're not just jumping, say, oh, because something happened, we all leave it. So I've been following, and ever since, for example, the CDC went to Grand to have that elaborate program, they came back, we all returned to the drug thing, right? Mr. Boaka and the yellow machine people started deploying machines all over the place. After 1 or 2 days, we'll come back to the drugs thing, right? So, and the former president is in the U.S. right now, gracing the CDC USA convention. A lot of news and stuff are coming from there. We'll talk about it briefly and we'll come back again. We won't answer for the drugs, right? And so, yeah, it's been good. The weekend was also very interesting, but something happened, and I'm sure you follow. Is worrying, Austin. I don't know what you saw. The former Mufti, and
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
passed.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeke was
yeah,
going
yeah.
to sympathize with the family, and he's an old man. He's a family man as well. So, and then we saw that security of the president prevented Yeke Koluba from going there. And I was concerned, so I decided to make some calls. I said, is it that Yoka was trying to put up some non-conformist attitude or behavior like we know and all of that? I said, no. To be frank, he did not do his regular Yeke thing. He was just walking, coming to the place. And as soon as he approaches, and in fact, the president was not even there then.
No.
It is not like you say, oh, the president is already here, so you can come again. The president was not there then. Because obviously, when the president entered, even cars were not even allowed to go inside there anymore. That we could understand. But Yeke was ahead of the president. So the small Baple police that were there, apparently they made a phone call to them and say that man shouldn't go let the president come. And I'm like, did the constitution provide any space for that?
And you see, I had to watch the video, and I shared the video in the storeroom in our room. Initially I thought it was, when watching the video, I thought it was I didn't see the caption. So I actually concluded that it was his normal political stunt he was on, touring the community, until I saw the caption that he had gone to sympathize. And I said this to all of us. You see, the way we continue to perceive power in this country is dangerous for our growth. It's even dangerous for the legacy of Mr. Bwaka. The reason why today there are leaders whose legacies continue to be questioned by intellectuals and scholars and the citizens, these are some of the reasons we ignore all of the developments that Turbot started in this country, and we still go back to some of his bad legacy, including why he was ousted from power. We didn't see his development. We saw a system that we classify as class, as an elite system that denied ordinary people access to the table that was built to make decisions for the country. So we didn't care about Tobo's policy or his economic policy or his infrastructure policy or drive. No, we didn't care about his unity. We didn't care. We wanted. We feel rejected. We feel denied access to governance. And we stood up and rise up against him. Today, some of those legacies, they remain forgotten. And we still have conversation today about elitism. And the case goes on to Samuel Doe. He's beginning tribalism. That's the message we send. Today, fast forward to Bwaka, we see that the tiniest space that is given for reconciliation that the president continues to speak about is being rejected, is being plastered with hate. And this is coming from the height of the presidency. The Minister of Information is not telling somebody say, Yeke should not come here. The Minister of Defense is not telling somebody, Yeke don't come here. The police director is not telling somebody, Yeke don't come here. The EPS officers stop him and say, the president is coming. And we've been instructed to deny you access. They're not Chupaka Hosu. He doesn't own Liberia. That people, yeah, they bereaved, they lost their loved one, an asset to their family.
A statesman.
They are grieving the homegoing of a statesman, a religious leader that has contributed, that has impacted lives of Liberians from all walks of the society. And a man goes to sympathize, and the state say you can't come in this family. You have to sympathize with these family people because the president is coming and he does not like you and he does not want you to be here. Look at the message. These are the people who say George Weah is vindictive. He does not forgive.
And George Weah welcomed Yeke
Yes.
in the executive mansion, in his office. He sat there.
At the time he was disagreeing with him, he was giving a seat at the table in the executive mansion.
So if a former finance minister says 2029 is going to be democracy versus autocracy,
Yes,
is a man now right?
he is 100% correct.
It's not about right now. The debate is not even going to be about economic job and
No.
whatever. It's going to come to whether you want to live under a dictatorship
Or you
or
want
you
to
want to move to a democracy where you have the freedom and enjoy all of your liberty as guaranteed.
Where are we?
Why you deny Yeke private funeral money? You want show power there? Oh man, everybody say, oh, the men are old man. He get when you get power to old man, and then you're treating people like that.
And somebody wants to come and tell me, oh, they're not the president or authorized. No,
He
don't
did.
bring that thing here.
He did.
The president has said to people that he does not want to see Yeke in his circle. And that's why they are implementing what the president wants. And this is disgusting. It's unfortunate, Mr. President. I'm disappointed in you.
But you know the most unfortunate part about it, this was the funeral of a religious man.
Yeah.
And I am very disappointed, but I'm not surprised that from that time up to now, right, the Muslim Council or the Grand Mufti office have said absolutely nothing. You don't have to agree with Yeke policy. In fact, your community was the lead campaigner for Yeke Koluba. You agree with him then. Yeah. You see, God is wonderful. The number one thing you should live your life worry about are God, service to God.
That's all.
Now, man,
that's all.
No matter what title they carry, no matter whatever, God, men will always disappoint you. Imagine, right? Yeke was a good man then. You have behind the fact that you are advocating for social justice. Yeah. Yeke insists that with what he saw, even before inauguration, Yeke alarmed that these people started sharing jobs among families. He started saying uncomfortable things. I will not continue with this. I will continue on my path of advocacy for social justice, accountability, and the distribution of our national cake equally. Yeke has not changed. You guys have changed. You took up job in the government. You got yourself on board. They got you on payroll. As much as your imam, you're on payroll. So now your objectivity has been bought to a larger extent. Yeke is a statesman. As far as the record is concerned, Yeke still remains a lawmaker. The court has not ruled yet. The court is finding it difficult to rule because the process is kangaroo. The process is illegitimate. So now this is where we are. Until they can come out and say, oh, Yeke is not, it still remains. That's why unconstitutionally they have not declared a vacancy in district 10. It is because of the respect of the deceased Mufti, the respect of the Muslim people in this country, the respect of his family, That's why Yeke left his busy schedule to go and sympathize.
That's why it's called sympathy.
And Yeke got humiliated, politically humiliated, right? By $150 salary, carrying blue clothes wearing boys. And nobody with the fortitude to say, resting on scripture and the power of God, to say what happened is injustice. Everybody gone silent. And other people are justified. So that body, they deceive. Did you? I mean, you turn that ceremony into a unity party waka
Yes.
ceremony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody day by day, you're turning into unity. Imagine
What Braga wants.
the
Braga wants to
low,
attain.
the low our country has reached.
Somebody does this, somebody don't want this is when a
So now we
statement
all gotta
that
be careful which
Braga will decide, yeah,
of course,
who goes
we all
who
gotta be
attains.
careful which funeral we attend. So Waka is simply saying, once that unity party day by day, you're critical of Waka, don't go there because security will torment you, they'll terrorize you, they will deny you. Well, that's what 2029 is going to be about. Your freedom, or you want to remain oppressed and suppressed. First of all, economically, we're making no progress. Developmental wise, we're just jogging around the place, nothing to show. 3 years counting. Up to now, Mr. President is challenged. He has got zero ribbon to any new capital project in the country. No investors. The only investors they're bringing, which we'll talk about, a whole new development around it, is so frustrating. But yeah, we just thought to pass over that and to let you know that, you see, it's not about us. We're only deciding to sacrifice as young people, right? The bully, the stereotype, the branding, and our professional colleagues, some of whom we're way more smarter than, feel comfortable to sit in spaces just call us names. We accept it for our country. We're making these sacrifices for Liberia in the future. But again, posterity will judge all of us.
And I must emphasize this with transition. You see, when they had the regional people call it, they say some people can say guilty by association. Some of these conclusions can be justified depending on the activities or the behavior or attitudes of the people who get to and how you defend, how you deal with them. When a minister sees you somewhere, he's going to speak to you because you are critical of your brother, it's justified that Mr. Waka not that. So when you see the president refusing to interact with people who are critical of him or his government, which is obvious in democracy, but unacceptable to his liking, it is a concerning issue. This is the biggest threat to reconciliation. Mr. Walker, the president is the biggest threat to reconciliation in our country. Because for us to reconcile, the president must be prepared to reconcile. So the fact that the president is not prepared to reconcile the country, all his officials will definitely start antagonizing people. And that's why you see the country is so toxic.
But
that's the reason.
Right from there, Yeke became very furious,
yes,
angry.
When you saw Yeke moving, police officer even greeted Yeke and shook his hand.
So we don't know where the call came from. And
I saw police officers shaking Yeke's hand while as he was advancing to the house until he got interrupted by the EPS officers who were not even part of the president's main detail, but just for the advanced team. This is a president here. This is a president coming. So don't enter the people yard to tell them sorry for the loss of your husband, of your uncle, of your brother. That's what it is. The president coming. So don't enter the yard to tell the people sorry for the loss of their identity.
Professional, maybe somebody could just tell the message over me,
Just use the perimeter,
just do your thing.
Because one thing that protocol is there.
Exactly.
So protocol was provided, guided for him, escorted him to be the family member, and then leave. They so rest in peace, children. At children's funeral, I've been blue former assistant minister And now we're having a conversation after the thing. Having a long conversation. I think I shared that conversation with you. We should
Yeah.
So that's the conversation we're having, trying to set the GPA, and decide how to proceed with it. And the list of information came out. And he walked past in anger. So Matthew asked him, what's going on here, man? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know maybe what's going on. So
Yeah,
what's going on? He said, no, so Matthew was concerned. I said, no, but no. Like, did anything happen between you and SACOM, your stance on government? And the other said, no. If we compare before, I think before he came to Liberia, we spoke to the colleague. When he came to Liberia, we also spoke to a colleague on some arrangement that we're having with something else far from government. So my attitude, I'm shocked. Okay? And now we are going to might as well like, partner. Forget that, man. I'm not bothered about that. Seeing this to say the length of the angle that these UP folks carry. And that is a huge burden. That's why you see nothing significant in terms of development is happening because everybody is so angry just by wars. Imagine that there was the opposition that is supposed to be angry because of the physical violence that is being unleashed against them. They're not angry. Those who are unleashing or perpetrating the physical violence and the psychological torture against the opposition are the ones angry. Are the ones angry. Hey, one Methodist pastor preacher, he said, payday one day. Payday one day. That was a key. One day. Yeah, say payday one day. So one day. There's a day will come that you will have to pay for your actions and your inactions while in government. Even us who are seated behind this microphone, there will be a time, there will come a time when we have to pay for our actions. If we did anything wrong,
You won't find it.
yes, we won't find it. Payday one day.
Fire you from Hong Kong. Many companies still on you direct. No, class 16, we were the least man in our church.
You
We
will
know
tell you.
exactly.
Oliver, my man, Oliver can used to be that. They will go to
I mean,
church
you
Sunday.
saying
The pastor people want to do some food. They got sick from Oliver. Bet in chase. What you do,
when you
pastor?
sit on straight, you know straight where you're going. You know exactly. The many companies tell you
Yeah.
direct politics.
What you do? They made that pastor, they made pre you supposed to listen.
They may do that thing for 4 weeks, 4 Sundays in a month. Your whole day starts to count out and happy to pray. Spirituality is attached to that one.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but I don't know how you live by it. But anyway, the realities are sinking in now. I can see my man come with you. This is all the t-shirts. I was 40.
So we can do so Cape Mount. So this vessel taking
The
Cape Mount.
mysterious ship.
Yeah.
The
That's
first
so.
time, right? I mean, in our memory, our time, the whole country, mysterious ship up on our toes
That long.
for that long. What is making it unprecedented is the fact that there was no security, information about it. Apparently, they knew it or they were concealing it, but as far as the record is concerned, they did not know that there was a situation like that. Too many things are possible. So it speaks volume as to what kind of country we're in, our safety, our protection, where is the focus of the national security. That a ship of that magnitude as big as wow over there is there on top of the sea in our territory for months and change. For months and change, and then we just say now, yeah, hold that on. And I found all equipment and all they get all that, they don't know what goes on. And then who else necessarily do with the maritime? No, no. We're in trouble. I see how can you man that fast. Anybody can come to the government in charge, he even know what goes on. They just focus on corruption, money laundering, job placement, small children, all the small ministers in Baka government. The biggest excitement they get are all these taking the train and carrying Sierra Leone. I don't call it.
I see what is Ojima. That's all. But
It's trouble.
yeah, there are two things I took away from that. There's two things. You see, one is that our security is still, it confirms, it validates that our security folks. I think there's a coordination issue here, and there's a networking challenge in the field of security. A serious networking challenge, and then it speaks to a sense, a glimpse that raises that perception of conspiracy within the joint security. Because, and this is the first point I want to emphasize here, that the Ministry of Justice needs to, if possible, constitute a committee to investigate independently that vetted. I still maintain, based on my experience, it is not possible that a vessel will spend over 1 month on our waters and nobody within the security sector is aware that a hint is not given. I want to believe in my mind that somebody may have decided to seal the information under so for dubious reason or reasons. I mean, one person in the context of a conspiracy, a network, yeah, you know. So see the range, see the space. Mind you, 300 million worth of cocaine from Tussauds, from Rossville. And water distance. So Rossville keep much of our school. That's a short distance. That's just telling me. Because we're talking Rossville to the to Rabot school. That's just telling me, even if it is road taking 1 hour, that's a short distance. Okay? So something is not right here. Part of the investigation we listened to and the pronouncement that was made after those guys were arrested, they said the guys used boats to bring the cocaine offshore, and take them to their place, their residence in Tussaudsville, and transport them at night to your area where the arrest was made. Now, the cocaine is not sitting in the water. It's not in the water. If it is in the water, it has to be in something. There's a vessel that is supposed to bring that cocaine. There's a vessel that is supposed to bring it. So where was the boat, or where were the boats taking the cocaine from and bringing the cocaine offshore to Rossville and then transporting it in the night? When? And then we see a strange vessel spending 1 month in Rabot's port. And mind you, those guys they normally hire under the guise of fishing. That's what they normally do.
And we connected to the whole cocaine story. The guys that were arrested, the MSC and all the other people, with these Spanish and Colombian guys. What the manager, they were bringing aircraft to come to our private aircraft services in Liberia. When they came, they tried nowhere. I had to change to the fishing thing. I had to move to Rossville.
The people in Rossville know that fishing thing, the coastal rich thing they go through.
The ordinary men, the laymen are passing up and down. They go doing fishing over the boat passing from deep sea, connected. And then we can't go there and say, we want to tell it.
So it's possible that
because that boat got to take it from on a big
on a vessel, yes.
Right? That boat, now, some people are asking, oh, so that means people can ride boats from there, go all the way to Mexico, based on the car. No, the boat that conveyor, you take it from this point, bring it to this point. Maybe they wanted to see that ship from there, but I made it right now. So if you say, and I say, like, don't see them, put your ticket from there.
But that's not even a normal route. That's not a normal route for vessel transportation.
And the history of this vessel and this background, I mean,
It's
it's
terrifying,
signaling.
yeah.
It's signaling. You know, there are these illicit, vessels on the sea that also carry around these contrabands and all of that, so that they're on a network. The scene where you see the road operation, and you get passengers to serving all those different things. I see where on the sea they get their own network. The air has its own.
The aircraft here, then they suspicion.
Exactly.
They went back to service, they arrested them.
And it's been almost 24 hours since the news broke. The government is there to give us anything accurate. What we saw yesterday.
They said the military took, I know, 14 men.
Yeah.
And this is the second point I want to
14 men in what was it, in the team. Put in the team to go to.
These were the same people here beating on American, right? American spoke, revealed an information that was on Facebook, social media, you could research. And based on that research, he made reference to the perceived strength of the military. He said they had issue with it. The military men of going operation, serious operation, they call camera, put the camera on there and say, your check go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the journalists are checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's water.
And people that going arrest, assuming that cartel bull.
He said that's 14. He said the 14
40,
minutes.
yeah, get it one bottle of water, cartel here on our
It's going live. Going
Okay,
live
you
and
know,
telling people that you don't even know what's in the vessel, what the operation like, whether it's a hostile terrain, what that network looks like, everything. Then you went live to check how many questions you send. Eh? So
mission.
they say, oh yeah, you check out 14 will coming on the water, will go into the vessel. They even military operations so you disclose the strength of the military. But they themselves call
And then
everyone and say,
it's
yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 14 men,
operation. Again, but anyway, but that vessel thing, yeah.
So we have total of 14 and 2 by 12 sailors on the operation.
Our rescue team are going to go to
In total of 14 personnel. That is in the 2 U-boats. They are expected to be to the targeted vessel in 50 minutes, considering the sea state.
You tell me the whole world how many people will say this is
Yeah.
Y'all share the water 2 sack each. All right. 2 sack each. We got a full boat. Right? So the other boat gets 2 sacks, the other boat gets 2 sacks, the other boat 50 million operation. 14 men. The mysterious ship. 14 men with 2 sacks each. And going for the ship. We just say these things to burn in you the urgency to stand up for your country. Never let your country down for any regime or any individual. The singularest honor you can do for anybody that you love so dearly and respect is to cast that ballot for them to become president. And as a citizen, after you shall have done that, the onus is on them to responsibly replicate the confidence and trust that you have reposed in them through the exercise of the democratic franchise for them among all of the intelligent, smart, educated people in the country to say, I can give my trust to this man or this lady to lead Liberia. So after you shall have voted, it is not your duty again to be making up for the excesses. He or she is empowered sufficiently to account for their own excesses. Our land borders, vulnerability, we've been talking about it for months. As we speak, a Guinean flag was hoisted on portion of the Liberian land. And today, we're talking about a mysterious ship, right? On our sea, on our shores. And the government saying no about it. Nothing. It is now that citizens have alarmed that government say, okay, we're going to see you. Me and let the police see, so everybody in the country will know what going on. Say, me, I'll go and see you. So when you sit down in your room, you sit down in your hall, you think about it. And you say, they think what come for us saying. It's just like socialist or not. And you know, you go find and say, it's on a man life. And you see, what kind of thing there, you know, you sit down and say, ah, but the other relationship, wow, I'm so excited about it. You see the thing here get real sense inside. So sometimes you can do this self-professional evaluation about your democratic political decision. You thought the old man was going to do something better. You jumped in a relationship with the old man. The old man just knocking the country upside down. Or they just stealing all over the place. I think that sharp model will run the country with. 2 to 3 years now, they just doing sharp model. Whether they be bragging, we look for Ghana more than CDC. You look at your whole country, our destiny, our future. You talking to us about propaganda. Are you okay with that? Can you look in the eyes of your grandchildren at home, your children, and tell them that you know what? The only security I have contributed for your future in this country is the propaganda prowess of the ruling party. Does that make sense to you? I thought they should be bragging about the fact that the only party that can deliver the country, that is the Unity Party. We can do more road than CDC. We can do more than, but they're telling me say they can do more propaganda than CDC. Propaganda to somebody be bragging about being a propaganda institution. And this breakdown is not only happening at that front. Right now, for information we're getting, also and fellow Liberians, right? We have to be worried and troubled about even our banking and financial institutions in the country. And I will tell you this, just in passing, I have begun a kind of investigation ever since, because cooking corporation cannot go with financial flow and transaction. And we've got some banks in this country, right? Individuals that are coming, it is not the bank that guarantee the trust by which you put your money there. Rather, it's the individuals that are running the bank. The credibility of this individual gives the assurance that yes, indeed, this bank is trustworthy. Gives the assurance that this bank cannot be susceptible to illicit financial transactions that puts my investment at risk, that puts my saving at risk. The SRB bank is in transition. The SRB bank is in transition at a very critical moment. We respect the bank's decision to make transitions, but in this critical point, we have to be looking everywhere to know who coming, where their track record, who do they know, what are they interacting with. This is a caveat. We're doing serious, painstaking investigation on the process, because these cartels, when they're building it, these networks, they're extending everywhere, and then the layman working in our country now, lay saving will put it to places, and then it's individual based on the character and the personality that trust them. Right? So a civil society organization did something, I don't know, a report on the dex for the bank, and I was so troubled when I read it. I said, but the time all the kind of thing happening in the country is a request for official clarification regarding your appointment and other matters of public concern. Dear Mr. Ketio, you call the guy Ketio, and it's the civil society that one of your brother Manja Vani Bese Kuma. You know what I'm saying? That's why I called Manja. I said, Manja, but what's the issue? And then I was out doing some stuff. So he told me a lot of things. I said, no, let's hold it. We try to reach out. So our country cannot be a safe haven for people with checker record, and individuals who believe that this is a space that has to come, they have to come in to be able to do things that are ultra virus and unorthodox. Basically, what we are saying is that we all have the responsibility to push our government to ensure a standard that guarantees responsible statecraft. How do you criticize CDC of everything and you come here and start to do the worst of it all? Cooking trade, and then you are all around it, you're trying to cover it, you're trying to do all kinds of things. Damn it.
So let's do a bit of reflection of where we've come from with this whole booking thing. And I'd like to play back to back the former deputy director general and the at the LDA versus the current inspector general of police. Okay, and then we can so uh, so the voice you're about to hear is the former deputy director at the LDA who was dismissed or removed after he made this statement. This is the statement.
I would say openly from the executive, the first person of government, and the judiciary. You go in the sector, you find somebody with bubble drops. The business drop is a lucrative business, so everybody want to get money.
It was way back when he said that if you look in the entire executive, if you look in the judiciary, if you look in the legislature, you will find officials there connected, or he said doing drug business. Yes, we can understand that that statement did not go down well with many persons within the government, and they opted for his removal, and he was replaced. Fast forward 2026, sorry, in July, this is what the police inspector general Gregory Kuma had to say. Listen.
He played this game was definitely sanctioned.
So here's now what's a confession. The first man was kind of
Revelation.
For government of the Republic of Liberia was definitely verified. He played this game was definitely sanctioned as state actors and very
This thing
the state actor.
was
They say non-state
definitely,
actors.
definitely sanctioned by state actors at a very senior level in a government, inside the government of Liberia. Months ago, the former deputy for administration at LDA was dismissed when he revealed that government officials within the three branches of the government where we say if you check there, you will find people connected, officials connected. Today, the police RG is confirming that of the largest, the most expensive cocaine trafficking syndicate in the Republic of Liberia is sanctioned, to use this word, sanctioned by officials, high level, senior officials in the government. And the police investigation, I saw the state actors. I saw part of the police investigation how they narrated when this thing started, when the first time everything brought these people, into the country in 2020, in 2000, in 2024.
And
Okay,
the court document
the
said
court document.
that the cartel began its operation in the country 2024.
Yes,
Maybe tomorrow we'll try to read that thing. We just take our time and read it in the midst of all the propaganda and trying to divert
that's
public
what
attention.
the
Just
court
read it to
document
yourself.
said. That it begun in. I thought I shared it here. So we have the time to talk these issues because we want to spend our time doing our deep reflection and move into our analysis.
So while you're
You
looking
know,
for it, let me just read for our people when the IG said sanctioned by state actors. What does it mean when it says state actors? It's important. Are people, groups, or institutions that are acting on behalf of or with the authority of a government or state. You understand? Is CDC a government now? No. Is CDC running the state? No. Who's in charge of government in the country? Unity Party. Running the state? Unity Party led government. Headed by Joseph Nimawaka Wonsong. So, if a cocaine operation in the country, investigations and intelligence by the very investigators, the Inspector General of the Police, come and inform all of us that reason to be convinced that the operation in the country and its magnitude has to be sanctioned by state actors. Powerful ones too. And I just defined for you what state actors mean, right? And what qualify an actor in a given instance as a state actor. That means he or she has got to be acting on behalf or with the authority of a government or the state. So what that is saying in simple terms is that the Anderson Brown, the Alpha Bow, and all the other names, those indicted and not indicted, were individuals acting on behalf of elements and powerful elements in the party government. And that is the reason why we are missing our words, and we are clear, crystal clear to say that the activities in the country around the cocaine are sanctioned. It is none of the president is sleeping, he's not aware of what's happening in the country, but obviously with the magnitude of the country, right, this is a unity party operation. Those indicated. Now see some of our friends saying, as if to say today we lost the right as critical pundits, as commentators, right, to be inductive, deductive in our analysis and conversations about political happenings in the country, to the point where somebody say, oh, the non-security should, the people who say the big fish mean that you hold them to come and hold the big fish. I say that sound. Is there a taxpayers' dollars are being surrendered? They recognize expertise they have, forensic capacity to investigate and uncover truth. You are telling us in plain language that they have failed and they are clueless, they don't know. So based on the report that they themselves are presenting to us, we are telling you for this to happen, this one has to happen, this one has to happen. So pushing the investigator to say, this is where this is going. Security experts are coming out, right? A young man who worked with the president now and then vice president in his security detail, right? Office, right? Did a podcast on social media. We have the recording here. So we are not speaking from the blue. There are people who will feel comfortable talking to us, they can talk to you. That's what you should understand. So when we tell you, say, this is what preemptorily this is leading to, you have to sit down, you listen, Because we don't come here and just start talking, from the top of our head. So if you're not willing to advocate for the Liberian people, say that to your LBS job, you say that. To your whatever job, you say that. Right? Everybody do that. Let's see whose work brings total redemption in this rough fight. Those of us that are exposing everything, and those of you that are assuming to be professional and protecting information, and let's see how it ends.
So those are the two voices, right, of the former director, deputy director of the LDA, and the current Inspector General of Police, Aji Komo. Now let's play you this recording from that Leonard Dudu of the Latin published. The video is they made this guy called who goes by being Lolo, a former member of the past president's detail then. At the time Joe Braga was vice president, he was a member of his security detail. So this is what Leonard Dudu, Liberian investigator. Wait, I want to play the video. The audio.
The push for 2025. The total number of push that were arrested was 80.15 grams. Okay. Of push.
About 80.15
grams. The street value at the time was 798,630 United States.
Almost $1 million.
And in Liberian dollars is 151,739,700. That was the value of push invested in 2025. And in 2026, like I told you, 2025, the government declared the slowdown. But in 2026, they decided to increase the importation of push. So the importation of push now, it went to 168 grams.
Are you listening?
That
for
was
80 grams.
The amount we came up to. And then the monetary value is $477,095.21 US dollars. Then in Liberian dollar is $648,090.66. So
this
that
is more
is
in LD
the fluctuation in it was I told you about earlier. Because when the government declared it, they were afraid. It didn't bring more. And after 30 United States dollars. The total number of push that were arrested was 80.15 grams of push. And then the street value at the time was 798,630 United States dollars. And in Liberian dollars is 151,739,700. That was the value of push invested in 2025. But then in 2026, like I told you, 2025, the government declared the slowdown. But in 2026, they decided to increase the importation of push. So the importation of push now, it went to 166.88 grams. That the amount push came up to. And then the monetary value is $477,095.21 US dollars. Then in Liberian dollar is $90,648,090.60. So that is the fluctuation in it was I told you about earlier. Because when the government declared it, they were afraid. It didn't bring more. Then after the year passed, it's 2026 now, they're bringing more push.
Okay, so there's a problem with the math, and the math students can
the mathing actually because if you look at the 80 gram, it seems to be higher. So the 166 gram is understated.
So there's a problem with the
Technically,
math. I need to talk to Dudu. I will just be let me try to
mhm,
connect with Dudu.
technically, but the cost of the
It's
matter is
possible
still
there's something
there
after
because
you
that
taking one
calculation issue.
shifting for you.
Sometimes people, to speak to microphone, not everybody is so
No, but this
sometimes,
is a sensitive
right?
matter.
So, but at least the jump is what is concerning. And if you look at the period, if you read the article, it's like from I think September of 2025 to June of 2026. That's the update. Now, we've seen the likes of Moore and other people on the internet claiming that the rescue government had succeeded in the fight against drugs. See, and then I saw some apologies of the government, even asking about whether you're seeing people, walking on the street like zombie and all of that. Have you all forgotten when children started having souls on their feet here and all that? But no, now we go for the scientific data, and the institution that has that is the LDA, per their statutory role in the country, to tell us what is the trend like in drug consumption issues in the country, even in the space of the United Party government,
You
right?
think after the DEA you got his number, the communication person, new communication person?
No.
Yeah, just to,
Easy.
yeah, just go ahead.
So even in the space of the United Party leadership, you're getting a report that
Okay,
signals
so
that the government we have Leonard
let me
now.
just
Okay.
interrupt you and just speak with Dudu just briefly. Dudu, good morning.
Morning.
I sent you text. I hope you saw the text.
Oh no, I didn't. But let's go ahead. Am I on air?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
You are live on the radio. Now I will just play this interview you did with you as in the Liberian investigator did with the DA official, and we were listening to him, but the math does not seem to be correct or accurate. We thought you could provide some clarity because he said that in the recording he said 2025 the DA recorded 80.15 grams of kuch. He puts the street value to 79 sorry 700 7,000 sorry I'll try to get it correct here 798,630 US dollars for 80.15 grams. And then in the recording he said in 2026 they recorded an increase from 80.15 in 2025 to 166.88 grams in 2026. But he put the value, the street value, to $477,095 US. Did you notice that in the recording? And is there any clarity that you think we need to know?
Well, I think the best person to provide the clarity on those figures is he himself. But one thing that I want you to know is that those figures that he was citing are figures that run from September 2025 to June 22nd, 2026.
Correct.
I know this because, yes, I have the record with me that he shared with me. He made me to understand that when the state of emergency on drugs were initially declared, there was a massive decrease in the importations and seizures of Kush in particular. But suddenly, after a year passed, they saw a spike in the importation and in the seizure of Kush in the country. It has more than doubled what it used to be in the previous years.
Can you do us a favor to can you forward that literature to us so we can see those we can read it out.
Well, definitely, obviously, I would.
Okay, so we thank you so much, Dudu. Thank you with the report. So the text will be, more preferable
Yeah.
for us.
So
Because like you said, some
I
people when
totally
they're
went
reading or
through
when
it.
they're speaking,
So, like he said, and I agree very well, the conveyor should be able to, because at that point, Lina can be acting as, if it is, So we could only explore the opportunity of talking to him to reconcile his numbers. But what is important for me and for every other Liberians on this debate is the fact that our government comes out in the public and lay a claim of tackling the Kush pandemic, right? When the data do not support the claim. And that is dishonesty in governance and leadership, right? We can't have a group of people presiding over the affairs of our state and that will be peddling lies and deception to our people as the greatest tool of governance. And this is absolutely unacceptable. And these are the points we want Liberian to grasp. Every time we come here, these are the little things we want you to go home with. Replacing leadership and governance with any rightfully thinking society. Absolutely. There is nowhere all of us will pull our hands. Even the government own data that they are collecting, they will ignore their data. They will come outside on official platforms like Mika press conferences. Pia and San, my friend, will be telling you and all of us that the government has significantly reduced food situation in the country. When just between September to June of this year, less than 1 year, less than one year, right? Maybe next month makes it less than 1 year. Sure.
Yeah, that's less than 1 year.
And we are talking about times two. You almost quadruple, right? The statistics of the previous year. So how then you wear the audacity to speak to Liberians in this honest tone and tell them that you can rest assured we are curbing or pointing drugs. When our kids still remain vulnerable, how do you then look at the face of a parent, a guardian, whose son, daughter, or niece continue to hang around on coach? You're not telling them, oh, we have increased recovery and we increase more rehabilitation, blah, blah, we're doing this. But you're lying to them. When every day cruising is going up, look at the rate from 80 tons to 166.88% in less than 1 year. Ton in less than 1 year of what? Of couche. Now, couche, they campaign on. Now, what we're starting with couche, they campaign on couche. So, they have filled the war on couche. In fact, they have increased the importation of couche in the country. They have taken the eyes from on the fight against couche. You listen to Linan, right? Our Al Jazeera Liberia correspondent, you listen to the man. The man said, when the president made that pronouncement, that state of emergency, that emergency call for coups, that's how you saw them pretentiously acting like they were fighting coups. But even with all that, 80 tons still entered the country. Because they were not serious about it, they took their eyes away from it. The record shows that over 160 plus tons of kush. Now, kush, you're talking, when it comes to the other one in you.
Now, so let's go. Let's play you another recording. Before I will see what I have to say. So we'll play you this recording from the Liberian University. It's important that you all listened to these recordings. We'll play you the first recording back to back from the former deputy LDA boss who was dismissed for revealing that if you look in the government from the executive to the legislature to the judiciary, you will see or you will find people, officials that are doing job business. We play you the voice of the Inspector General of Police, Greg Comer, confirming that this 300 plus million worth of cocaine, that's just the street value, was sanctioned are senior state actors. Senior state actors. And I will define for you what state actors is or what it means, who they are. They operate under the authority or with the authority of the state. It's a system we're talking. We just play you the recording from the Liberian investigator. Also confirming, revealing the voice of the deputy DEA boss. Revealing how kuch, the importation of kuch has increased in our country between September 2025 to July 2026. That's less than a year. Exponential increase, unprecedented increase of kuch. We tie with our Buga dancer, a cool skating Buga dancer. George Weah was the master of kuch. That's the narrative they gave you. Today, the team, the system that was elected to fight and reduce the importation of kuch and cocaine in our country, kuch and cocaine are increasing at an exponential level beyond the control and the weight of the government. In fact, with the involvement to the knowledge of the government, so say Police Inspector General Gregory Cuomo and former Deputy DEA boss. They confirmed that, in fact, the cocaine importation in this country, it is a network of cartel members who are senior state actors. Senior state actors. They made the confirmation, the revelation, and the confirmation. A deputy security boss revealed that. The police inspector general confirmed that the cartel members are top security officer. They operate at that level. Let's play you this guy who worked in President Barker's detail when he was still vice president. This is the biggest takeaway so far from the ordinary market.
So we are not doing propaganda.
But no,
We are not manufacturing
nothing here.
We are basically conveying and interpreting the records and the facts that comes out.
That's all we do.
All. So
you see how I said sitting here telling you say Joe Barker doing job. You hear I tell you turn doing job. No, we're gonna play you statement with us spoon for us too. They are UP people. They are UP people telling you. So let's play you this guy in the detail of the former vice president who is now president. Listen to him.
2023, we did our job. Yeah. So right now, we're only telling their own confessions and revelations we bring here. We interpret them for you.
For him, he's calling names. Oh, listen.
Okay, I woke up this morning. I've been busy for the past few weeks, back-to-back work. So this video is specifically to Winifred Madie Dishu. You wanted the protocol to the president, and
you're listening.
You've been around him for a very long time.
Listening, you learn.
When I was on a detail as vice president, you were the chief protocol, and then James was the assistant protocol. So you've been around the old man for a long time. The reason I'm mentioning you in this video personally is a few weeks ago, when the drugs issue started coming up, few Unity Partisan pay agents on social media were trying to distract the Liberian people from the issue of the drugs.
Don't be acting that you're smart. Like
creating unnecessary concerning we are performing at the World Cup.
Yeah.
So being an intelligent person, I understand some of the strategy of the Unity Partisan because I've been with India inner circle for some time. So I did a post on Facebook. I said, Tumete Weah is playing soccer and earning money. And it is alleged that President Joseph Yuman Boaka's sons are involved into selling drugs. So you screenshot my own post on Facebook and came in my inbox for us to have the discussion, asking me that I have worked with him, I worked with the president before. Have I ever in my life while working with him observed or noticed any of his children selling or involved into drugs? And you know the response I gave in the both of our DM. You knew that I didn't hold back my statement from you. And you knew that while I was working on that detail, you and myself never even had that type of relationship or cordial friendships, because you one person that carry yourself very proud and cocky, and people like you, I know how to keep my distance from you. So, and before even the president become president, you one of those that we were constantly communicating and strategizing about this old man coming to power. But the moment you got power, you never talked to me until you brought out my own post into my DM, but you saw the response you got from me. So now there is a video circulating around about drugs cartel, and the video is not AI video. It's a video, real video that the people did on their own. They mentioned the first son of the president, Jojo Boaka. And in that video, they stated that they have been working with him for a long time now. So it is not just this incident. The guy said, after we have worked together for a long time. So my question to you, Winifred, you came in my inbox to ask me if I have ever seen any of the president's two sons involved into drugs. What is your question to these guys that did the video? And what is your statement to the video circulating? Because I received some information that the president have stated clearly that everyone involved into this drugs issue would never go unpunished. Even if it is his sons involved, they will bear the weight of the law according to the Liberian People Constitution. But his wife, Katumu Boaka, have vowed that over her dead body, that any of her children will be publicly disgraced concerning this involvement of this drugs issue. So she instructed Jojo to leave Liberia, and Jojo has been out of Liberia for some time. But I trust my source. So you, Winifred, who is one of the protocol to the president that you see every morning, and you came in my inbox to have conversation with me concerning my post on Facebook. I know that many a time you share my video, you stream record, you post it, and you're discussing in the presidential cycle because you know the lady that I'm very close to there. And many people in the Unity Party, senior partisan, they are not happy with the drugs proceeding. And you know that I know. But I really don't care about cheap gossip. I care about the Liberian people, what can benefit the good image of my country. We supported this government. We thought the old man could do better, but you people around here are misleading him and bringing the country into public ridicule and disgracing our country. Look at the amount of drugs that are pulling out of the country every day. You think this is a good image to the international community? Do you know how former President Ellen Johnson said he struggled to set Unity Party on a very professional standard with a good image? She served 12 years. He served also 12 years under Ellen as a vice president. And you come out to become president, and your government is loosely importing and exporting drugs out of our country, destroying the youth. And you come in my inbox to question me that I worked with the president before. Have I saw any of a family or seen any of a family member engaged in the drug activity? I can answer your question. Technically, I can tell you yes, because they say, show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. A Liberian Sierra Leonean musician, who naturalized himself as Sierra Leonean, Alonso, is the first cousin to Noisy, a best friend to Tamabuaka, which is the second son of the president. When I was there as a security to the vice president, Alonso used to visit Tama. They used to do music together. Most often when he comes to Liberia, Alonso was apprehended with drugs, huge quantity of drugs, to the Sierra Leone and Liberia border. In 2 weeks' time,
So the
The
man that
DA
answer your
cleared
question.
Alonso of every charges that were leveled against him. And you want me to believe that it was not because of his connection and friendship with Tamabuaka that he was released of all these charges? Boki were arrested with 40 dollars. What for opinion you're parading all around in culture? You people are a bunch of hypocrites around the presidency and don't want to see this country go forward. That is my response to your question in my DM. You, Winifred Madi Dishu, a protocol to the president of the Republic of Liberia. Come in my DM again, we'll discuss.
Now,
Are you listening, fellow Liberians?
Winifred.
Abu did not make this up.
No.
Austin did not make it up. The facts are coming up. The gods are fighting.
This young man, like you heard him say, he used to be in the security detail. He's somebody I know I have interacted with on multiple occasions at the legislature. You know, obviously they linked. The vice president was president of the Senate, and we used to interact with him on a regular basis. That's why I decided to play this recording, because I know the person that is talking. I believe it, because I know that he's not fabricating any story, because he worked in the vice president's detail. So if anybody can confirm that, I can confirm that. Okay? Now, there are two startling revelations that were made by him that we have spoken about here. Can the entire government tell us the status, the case involving Liberian musician Alonso?
Mm-hmm. One of the first drug cases that happened.
Yes. Alonso was
Washington
arrested
data.
at the 17 Liberian border,
Even the other picking, how do they call him?
and brought to Morovia. That case died. So Law is saying, do you, Winifred Dishu, do you want him to believe that Alonso did not walk out of Liberia back to Sierra Leone through the influence of Tamabaka, state actor? Very common. Says state actor. Greg said senior state actors.
And not only Alonso connected to how do you call it, Tantan. Dominic, you remember that Dominic guy from Pinsville that arrested?
Oh, yes.
The same way
Yes.
Dominic on the case too got swept.
Sure.
Nobody know where Dominic is right now.
So when the police come out and say senior state actors sanctioned the importation or the trafficking of cocaine, yes, we have enough reasons to believe, because the evidence is available, strong, unrelenting, towering, bravely looking in the faces of Mr. Bwaka and Mr. Kuhn and Madam Lawrence, and saying to them, state actors are involved, to your knowledge, directly or indirectly, knowing it or unknowing it. And this is what the guy named Gerald Codin or Codin named pop up as custodian of the residence in Roseville, where these guys were being where the additional cocaine were being kept. It's a son to the vice president. You go to Alonso, a friend to Tamabwaka. Joe Bwaka Jr. admitted in his statement issue that yes, even with the face marks on the guy who read the statement, who spoke on behalf of the cartel members, he said he identified the guy, he recognized the guy, he knows the guy.
Mm-hmm.
The man is wearing masks, and Joe Bwaka Jr. is admitting that even with the masks, he identified the guy, he knows the guy.
Then you still arguing.
Imagine somebody wearing masks, and the man saying even with the mask, he knows the man, he recognized the fellow wearing the mask with a fair complexion. If you don't know somebody wearing mask, and you just see the person's skin or the person part of the person's face, and just recognize them and say you know them.
So
Joe Bwaka Jr. said, yes, I know them.
Identifying the shape of the man's face
Yes.
in the mask. And he's able to detect that this is John Brown.
Yes.
This is the man I've been dealing the cocaine.
So we correlate it. The police actually say senior state actors sanctioned this. Joe Bwaka said, I know these people. Yes, they send me text. I reply them. I know the man talking in the video. We traveled to, I think, Spain or how to Madrid before. Where are these people coming from? The Spanish nationals and Colombian, Serbian nationals.
Nationals.
What else connection do you need
What do
to
you need?
subject Jojo to an investigation? But if that Taku jail was someone I was going
A
to
bucket
admit
rock.
to know a bucket rock, admit to knowing something, but now they are being invited for questioning and investigation. Look, there is nothing here to hide anymore. Maybe
Everything
you,
is clear.
that delay tactics that you will delay. They say your delay is not your denial. That what's going to happen. The man also said in a video that the Braga has angrily insisted that Mr. Braga, I see you for your job, so but
None of my
nothing, nothing more can around my children. Don't bring your job thing around my children. Even if they are involved, don't bring it around my children.
I'll go
My
out and take
yes.
care.
You will not humiliate or intimidate or embarrass my children. Not in fact, Jojo did the country go rest. Somebody just sent me text to say that yes, the man is not in the country. Okay, he's always traveling anyway, so I don't want to hold that as face value. But she said, did the country go rest?
No, ever since the drug case intensified, he has been out of the
Yeah.
country.
These revelations are coming out. There are some things, Abu, you know. I mean, we can just sit down and talk everything. Our good friends say, Megan talk. We can just talk everything. But the things we know, we gather about this investigation.
Let me actually when Jack coming is breaking in. A total of 5 senior police officers have been suspended for allegedly covering up a gang rape case and stealing fuel in Bonk and Nimba counties. The details are up on Variety News Agency. What is going on?
So this drug thing here, we have to all sit down and say, look, even if Jeremiah Kun is connected, he must leave. He must be subjected to an investigation and prosecution. Does this government seem to appear like one that has the political will to prosecute people at that level as mentioned by Greg? No, the answer is a big no, a bold no. If it is true, if it is real, the senior state actors that are connected, that we know are connected, why are their names not being revealed? Why are they still walking scot-free? Why are they being protected? And you want to use people who took instructions, unquote, people who say they took instructions, unquote. And you can handcuff them and incarcerate them. Plenty of BBT that happened yesterday at the Moravia Central Prison. What I would say, the country is small. For me personally, I can say to you, and Edison is a friend. Wadiel is a friend. Jamil is a friend. And Tuni is a brother. So you see how small the country is?
But these are all regular boys.
When we say yes, there are things that we know. But again, you can hold back because when we're talking national security, we do have a stake in the national security of our country. But when you people make us to appear like we don't know what's happening, and they are the ones who know what's happening, that way you can provoke. That's why you see women when they make power, they can talk everything about their friend. We the men, we can do it, yeah. When the women make power, they can chakla everything for the us. We the men, we can manage our emotions. We get problem. Call us stupid people because we support George we are. Call us dull people because we support George we are. Call us inexperienced. Call us immature. Call us rude. We will accept all of those descriptions to maintain the peace. But when the attack becomes physical, we retaliate. That one time I say, I'm not going nowhere. Because this process is a jungle justice now. It's not going nowhere. That's a physical attack intellectual we're talking about.
Oh yeah, because when
Yes.
you take the matter from the corner, then everybody say, okay, let's go jungle justice.
I'm doing it too. You can't do what you want to do.
So when you start being so very mean and selective with the fact now, then we know what we know
Say we'll
for the
talk
sake of
to
our country. You see what Law did?
Yes.
Law would choose to be like many of you. Sit down and say, oh, you know, I work for the woman, but I know the woman before, right? So I'm not going to target the voting. But Lolo keep emphasizing the country. And Lolo seemed a very committed unity partisan. And he's interested in the institution because the institution has to remain after Mr.
Yeah, he
Walker.
making reference of Ellen. Hi, Ellen.
So you
Where
see what
do
Ellen
you be
did?
from?
Ellen kept, and of course, you can have other issue with Unity Party.
Oh, she kept the
but
party stable.
it was
She managed.
branded in a light that made Liberians to believe that they have international contact and all of that. Ellen achieved that for Unity Party.
Yeah.
But what is the Wansonga old man doing now? He's decimating, right? Depleting and desecrating anything, any semblance of a repetition that was left
Yeah, absolutely.
by President Sirleaf. Look, by the time the United Party is off this drug thing, I don't know when. Because mind you, we are still talking about the 4 ton of cocaine. And the cocaine guys that the EPS director and other top security people in the government has confirmed that the video, confirmed the authenticity of the video, right? Said 10 ton in total, 10 plus ton in total. So there is still a 6 ton lying somewhere that we have not even started talking about. So by the time we are exhausting this 4 ton on a debate and all the dots are connected, we now start to ask the government, where is the 6 ton?
And we have not forgotten about the 19 million also.
The 19 million also. So you pretty much tell me, when are you going to be off the hook on this?
Mind you, the 19 million, it is alleged that the portion of it was being kept in an apartment that is operated, that the first floor is operated by Joe Braga Jr., where he has the office space.
On Tony Street.
Sure.
On Tony Street.
So, man, you
up to now, the joint security said they were going to confiscate that other property. We hear nothing. We see nobody going there. We see nobody going there yet. So you can do all of your attempts. And fellow Liberians, we have opened your eyes sufficiently for the past 1 to 2 months about this whole cocaine conversation. And you have to remain steadfast and firm on the conversation. We're talking drug and cocaine in 2026. The attempt by the regime calculatively to implicate and introduce politics, the politics of United Party versus CDC. This is not the time that you must compromise your country for politics. In 2029, we will do that. In 2026, you have the CDC accountable for its complacency in handling the issue of kush in the country, right? You decisively took action. And you must hold United Party by their own merit. Cocaine in the country. Let's answer the issue of how state actors are daily becoming complicit in the cocaine importation and exportation in the country. NAFA, with all her surveillance equipment, cannot detect a mysterious ship on our shore with everything. And then kush that's supposed to be going down in the country. About 80% increment in the importation of kush under the same government that's supposed to stem kush issues in the country. What is that? What's a living contradiction?
So let's read Abu to close the chapter on this debating that I saw some UP executives on Facebook shouting how drug cartel was built under the CDC. And for me, I don't want to play the CDC UP politics thing with this whole cocaine thing, because there's not a political party thing. And I saw my good friend who had made a post with somebody in CDC share. I was actually disappointed, but again, that's the politics. But I don't think UP folks should start playing politics with this thing. If you continue, you're losing the debate. Now, this is the writ of arrest from the court. Let's read what's in the writ of arrest. It says, the Republic of Liberia, by and through the Ministry of Justice, have charged you, the within named defendants, via police charge sheet. Meaning what the police charged them for, they took it to the court, the court for indicted them and ordered that arrest. So, per police charge sheet, with the commission of the above mentioned crimes. Sure. Like you also with the commission of the above mentioned crimes predicated upon the complaint of the private prosecutor slash Minister of Justice after appearing before the Honorable Court, sworn upon oath and averred that, or and said that, revealed that, and explained that in 2024, the police charge now, in 2024, according to the police charge, meaning the court is really investigating the two statements from there, everything. The police said in 2024,
Speaking to all the
yes, co-defendant Edison Brown and Mohammed Afaba, with the consent, with the consent, with the consent and knowledge of co-defendant V. Jala, I forgot the name, brought into Liberia, Marco, Tom, and a Colombian and 7 nationals, who in turn brought to Liberia an aircraft that landed at the Roberts International Airport under the pretense of doing local commercial transport business. As such, Jamel V. Jala recruited.
No, just before that was Austin. So these individuals brought in the foreign national, right?
So, in 2024,
and these are the same foreign nationals that were arrested.
yes.
So, right?
So
In
the-
2024.
So the guys been in the country since 2024.
So the CDC government gave them visa to come to Liberia. The Kenya was sitting as foreign minister
Why did they come to establish in 2023 or
in 2023. Who created the safe haven for them to come?
And who are those being arrested? Are people the system? Are people the system brought back to the police, for example, back to into government?
Exactly, and that's what
The
they
deputy
so
NSA
much.
boss who was dismissed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that deputy NSA boy, you remember when the fellow was dismissed? That guy just came through the process, his recommendation, and just went through.
So he's the one replacing.
He replaced that Liba guy. Remember? That guy he recommended
Waldo, Nestor,
Yeah, so
Nestor Waldo.
he was dismissed, right?
Yeah.
And then this old guy went there.
Oh, he was the guy who replaced
And
Nestor Waldo
exactly. That was the biggest thing he wanted to fail.
to protect cartel people. So this is the point, folks. You have enough information that you can sit in your community. You don't have to call us to ask a question. These I will play you video recordings, we play you audio recordings. We've read for you the rate of arrest from the court, informing you and concluding when the cartel started in Liberia. They said in 2024, the cartel members, these two guys arrested, were brought into the country in 2024 and explained they came under the pretense that they were coming to do aircraft transportation business. Eh? Now I'll say, now I have not said anything yet. Also, everything that the state has said. You want to say something, Osa? They'll play you somebody that has said something. Osa, what the state has said. Is Stanton Witherspoon supported them? Okay, Stanton supported them, right? Let's play you what Stanton thinks about the entire investigation. Oh, where is this thing? Oh, there's not the wrong channel. Yeah. So this, I want to play you what Stanton thinks about this investigation. I think something you're trying to recognize somebody here in this appalling, disturbing video. Okay, so this is what I want to. Just hold on. I think this. Okay, yes. Okay.
This thing about the ship on the water, this thing about the drugs issue, new names coming up, right? Senator Belgrade Brown said, my son told me, I will play like that. Somebody called me to go escort the cookie. Who calls Senator Belgrade Brown's son?
You know who is Belgrade Brown here? What they are Yes, highway patrol. Senator Level Branson, Wadiel Kwabo, highway patrol.
On the ship on the water, they say about the drug station, your name's coming up, right? Senator Belgrave Brown said, my son told me, and we'll get that name. Somebody called me to go escort the cocaine. Who called Senator Belgrave Brown's son?
Is it your Wadiel that a cookie? We escort him here. You go escort the cookie. So, if they told Wadiel, say, okay, yeah, soon. Okay, they agree. Wadiel is a chief of highway patrol. Then I, as the police inspector general, I say, hello, my man, this is go to the place. Go to my man, bring out cocaine, the cocaine. No, let's see what. I just using now. I'm using inspector general name for meetings, but he the higher man in the police. Yeah, okay, that's why I use it. I mean, yeah, so I'm gonna use it. Let me issue the disclaimer.
The way they say they must know who ought to look for who they so who calling nobody.
I'm gonna use it because Stephen is saying in the video that Wadiel said, and he played the recording that
So it was level that
level, yeah. He said Senator Level Brown came in on the show and revealed that Wadiel told him Level Brown that he was instructed to go and escort the cocaine. I'm still using cocaine.
because you are still out.
Thank you, cocaine. So, assuming that's why I said, if they assume that the highest man in the police call you and say, go and escort cocaine. You as a police officer, you go like cocaine, you go escort it. But if the highest man in the police, my man guys, my man can't go escort them. Thank you. Yeah, carry them there.
I may not come here to you.
No, you will unknowing. At that point, there are two things involved. It's also possible, even the person who call you to instruct to go and escort a minute, he may be in the know, he may not be in the know, like carry cocaine.
But if you go through the narrative, right, the account from the suspect in the court paper,
Yeah.
you realize that Quado interaction with the guy for now one time, multiple times. So apparently along that line, maybe the first time they may not give you the video or insight, right? But the fact that you continue to do that professionally, you make inquiry.
That 1 week.
Exactly.
That
Right?
3 weeks. That 1 month.
You know the road racer, you know you call some of the men you're going the firing ring, you go
Yeah.
the firing thing, or you doing that kind of play with people, you will know exactly what is going on.
So the way, I mean, it's a long, they call love of our judge in the gas, they call love long. Let it go.
Quabo role in the whole thing is very important. That easy
How we
passage.
patrol.
Yeah. Because even you do your normal thing, I think where you fight that. I mean that is executive high level protection. Okay, what we are coming. You know what is coming here. I tell everyone just how you bring the remote control.
Oh yeah. Too
We
much
just
in the country.
see small traffic before you know you just see blah blah car they passing. One small police car is from okay, I told you were playing around here.
So I know we have to take some calls, but I will say this maybe, and then we can close it here. Well, you like it or not, all of you have to be told that the government is destroyed already. That one, don't waste your time to argue. Your legacy, if you have one, is damaged. It's destroyed. It's destroyed to the extent that even if when Mr. Waka is defeated in 2029, he will be remembered on that side of our history. He was because he supported, he built a farm, because he built his system, built, protected, and shielded the cartel that trafficked That one is unerasable. It's clear. It's on the wall. You go left, right. You turn any way you want to turn. You go from back. Mr. Barker has been reported as a president under whose leadership a drug cartel was built in our country. Don't waste the time to argue that fact. It is recorded. It is carved in stone. Fact. We're taking this back to the country.
We'll print the document. We'll go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet. We will print the document. We'll
From
put it on
the
big
police
carry.
investigation to the court indictment to all the narratives, it is written, is carved in stone that Mr. Barker under his watch, they see his government built a drug trafficking cartel in our country. Unarguable. It is clear that Mr. Barker under his watch, he targeted critical bosses. Unarguable. It is clear that under his watch, he targeted opposition figures. He selectively hid himself under the guise of fighting corruption and targeted opposition figures. It is clear. It means Mr. Barker failed. His score is 0. He reconciled it. Big 0. Failed in the he started asset retrieval. He failed in look at how Barker new program. He failed in everything. Asset retrieval. Failed. Fight against corruption. Asset declaration 0. In fact, we have to do it. No, when you declare your own asset, if he declare again, he lie. We have to be here again. Then he will do it. We corrected it. Just here, nothing came up. No result, nothing. It failed. Everything, all Barker's initiative failed. Everything
Even the lead one, this everything hospital
failed. Even the drug law that is being imposed right now in Nigeria was passed under the CDC government. So even impose the drug law is being selected. Walking Rock can have it can be in possession, not defending him, but can be in possession of $40 worth of marijuana. They can copy, throw him in the box, and Alonso can walk into Liberia with hundreds of thousands of drug value, street value, and walk back out of Liberia. Everything is a Barker declared during his campaign, during his inauguration. Everything the president opens his mouth to announce as his policy, he has taken. Nothing. This is a shame. I didn't support Mr. Barker, but I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Imagine if I didn't support him, but I'm supposed to be excited that he failed. But I'm not excited that Mr. Barker that Mr. Barker has failed. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed that the president that I did not support is failing so desperately. He's scoring 0 in everything on every front. That to his own policy pronouncement. And you want to tell us that this is not the biggest political and governance disaster that we see in our country? That the man made pronouncement on everything, he on everything for 80 years. Still, all 0. Yeah.
So pan bottom. Ray. They care better go on the public place. In 2 years time, imagine a man to go 6 years to end the term. The whole crazy part, we look at another people again and start putting red marks on it. And it's absolutely, and I like the way they put it. You know, we don't have to be a political agreement with the right? Absolutely. But the magnitude of his failure is so disgracefully overwhelming that even fanatics, underground consultants, right? Undercover consultants are themselves coming out because you know what? Whenever it reaches a point where you have to choose between your country and the individual autocrat, obviously, most patriots will take the uncomfortable decision of standing with their country. My good friend and big brother, Abdullah Kiatama. Yeah. They posted the cartel. This is a comment of affirmation. Affirming that at this point, what we've seen, what we've heard, we have to say so. Is using the definite article, THE, the cartel. He didn't say a cartel, right? Definite, pointed, and clear. That's the point at which we are, Mr. President. You don't have to like you. Nobody's under the obligation here to like you. No, the Congress does not require that. The Congress requires that we should afford you respect. But that we have to let you, idolize you, love you. No, those are for the misguided, sycophants to do. That's their job. But even the sycophants themselves are feeling extremely let down. And when Wagasha have left office, generation of Liberians will remember you for nothing more than the importation, the historical importation of the largest cocaine in our country. And every child that will fall victim to drugs in Liberia post-Bwaka will be a legacy of the failures and abandonment of your presidential duty when given the opportunity. This is what we will continue to hammer. You have decimated, depleted your history, if there was any. And like many people will say, the best bet for the old man is to bow and throw in the towel. It's never too late. At least we can have mercy. When a responsible and more proactive arrangement comes in to redeem the shame and disgrace to a point, it can help to minimize the impact. But if you insist on staying on, hanging on, when clearly you do not have any grip of leadership and authority in the country, we've turned and reduced to a drug peddling hegemony. You're running a drug hegemony in the country, a cartel network. Spanish, Colombians, Serbians are given our visas and they come here under dark cloud. They enter our villages, our town, and they create cover up fishing nonsense just to be dealing cocaine, and you think you can cover and divert the narrative with your regular CDC unity. But we have time for CDC unity party thing. The two parties can get dissolved anytime and Liberia will stay remain. We're talking about our country and the government, the state. That's what we're talking about. So when the conversation comes about that, we demand honesty, fairness, and integrity, Mr. President. President, we are disappointed. But we knew that this is exactly what was going to happen. It starts from the financiers and the associates of the president while he pursued the presidents of the country. Who were those in the president's cycle? I'm told that even the dismissed Ambassador Sheikh Kuyate now swims, and there are a lot of conversations around his own knowledge and relationship with this Trawale guy that was seen in the picture posted by the stuff, and he has to clear that. We got to understand, because small and voting, the gay people around here, they all start flying around, all doing all kinds of things and stuff. I mean, the country needs answers. The Liberian people need answers. You promised rescue, and you came here, you turned our country into a drug cartel. As many are claiming now, you must give us answers. You can do your partisanship as much as you want. You can bring your brand tab debate to divert and cover. We will not fall for it. We will insist, Liberians. We will insist when you do the debate and small you leave your camera, let ask. Like Papulu Senator Amara Conan said, who gave the instruction?
They dit bien là, on est repos. Ici, pour les
Ain't seen it. That I tell you. I see, I look at it, then I say, oh, that the liberty on there. Even with what they're stating, appears like they're trying to manage.
They
Struggling, say, oh, let's just manage a small
they dit pour là, on est repos.
fake number. So it's even more than what.
Yes,
say.
because you see, they have it in category, right? They have it in category. You see, coach, marijuana, heroin, cocaine, tramadol,
For the period.
meta, tapping that door. What was it?
Oh, they got different one. They got methane.
Yeah, they want to call meta, yeah. Yeah. And they get tapping that door.
And then they get
Got tramadol. They get
precursor.
precursor. So the popular ones are marijuana, heroin, cocaine, right? Now,
With
this
Kush.
report,
Kush,
yes,
yeah?
Kush, yeah. So this report is saying between September 2025 and June 22nd. That June 22nd, Quita had already been arrested with 10 plates
So technically, Quita data wasn't
included.
captured.
Because looking at the
And
map,
then even the 19 million too. 19 million happened
June
June,
20 yeah.
June 8th.
yeah,
The
so,
burst happened June 8th.
Yes,
So it should have been captured in this.
so it's not captured because see the map for cocaine. Quita had 10 plates of cocaine, right? 10 plates. The street value for a plate of cocaine is $15,000.
It depends. The grade.
That was the street value because she had concentrated. So that's $15,000. I know one of the supervisors at the airport, Joe, is being held in prison right now in relation to the Quita case because he's accused of confiscating I'm told 1 or 2 plates. Say he the team didn't make full disclosure, right? And they put the value at 15,000, the street value at 15,000 for a plate. Now, so how come just cocaine between September 2025 to June 2026 will be 27.08 kilograms, and the value is $5,584. You want to believe that within from that I think 11 months, 10 to 11 months, Quita cocaine case is there, 10 plates, or the 19 million. And there were 2 other cases. But that's just you Quita and the 19 million. The men say between the estimated drug seizure between September 2025 to June 2026, they say that 27.8 kilogram value at US dollars $5,584.80. That's inaccurate. You don't call no rocket science. Even Greg commence à see the people you get there. LDA, I don't know what LDA boss even saw the report, so essentially, or they need to provide further explanation. Probably it's possible investigation was still ongoing, so they could not have included that data into this.
Yeah, but at least
the
Quita
fact that,
should be in
no,
there.
thank you. The fact that it was siege, the fact that seizure took place because it's an estimated drug seizure. There's not conviction.
Okay, so Joe took 6 plates.
Yes.
The guy
So,
from the
okay, so they're accusing Joe of taking 6. Meaning they say, okay, it was 14 or 16.
No, it was 18 plates.
18. So you put that 12. And they're accusing him of taking 6. So even 12, the street value for 1 plate, according to a DA officer who confided me that the street value for 1 plate is $15,000. Somebody could correct us, somebody who's more familiar with that. But that's what a DA officer told me.
So the report
So how
looks
the report be?
inconclusive.
Yeah, how the report be? You say September 2025 to June 2022, and you reporting 27.08 cocaine seized by the LDA, putting the street value at $5,584. This
No,
is
no,
incorrect.
No, this
It's
is not
incorrect.
true. People said no,
Yes.
it's not true.
This is incorrect.
They were not true.
See,
Absolutely. You know,
So
the thing
even
has
the-
become
even
so
the struggle,
overwhelming
huh?
that the minister trying to fix it, but it's not easy.
yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah. Because that one case we're talking about, a papa, they won't
They want it.
the whole thing you're talking about.
$5,000.
Hmm?
You talking about-
5,000 US
I
cooking will
beg
come
you,
in with our time.
No, they report is
At the end of the
arguing.
day?
Man. This data.
5,000 US cooking from September to June
Yeah.
2026,
Yeah.
2025 to 2026, June 2 or whatever, June 20 something, right? And you tell me 5,000 cooking in a country, that means that country is doing well.
Then they
in
put,
fighting.
yes. Then they put Kush way up.
Yeah.
Is it Kush? So Kush
Cool,
here
that
is a one.
political
So
thing
Kush here is a one figure here. You see? So yeah, they in the recording, I think we should struggle to explain it.
Yeah, Kuj is 166.
Because Kush, there's a single figure
Mhm.
between September 2025 to June 22, 2026
Mhm.
at the 166 here, 0.88. And the street value is 477,095 21 cents, which is 90 million plus.
And fair elaborate, this is the record on the one that were seized.
Yes.
The one that, passed through DA in Hode,
No.
another one. The one DA managed to go home. So you can imagine if this quantum is being arrested. And most likely,
I put money in the country, anything to.
look at just
Oh.
imagine, brother.
So
but
money in the thing.
you see how the brother them been making all the low level will not see you for life in the country. Eh?
So
Now,
the Benin
oh,
see you at the young hustle.
yeah.
The Benin they be people laugh and the young hustle with PC with lazy. Yeah.
Go to our equal friend now, you see the
Yeah.
men get 3, 4, 5 cars.
Me all the lawyer with PC, we lazy.
Hmm?
No, but other people they think I'm money, jog our money.
But it got bad money. I tell you when they get the
Look at
money.
my one,
you
they
know,
want, they want, how you call him, bucket rock and take the message if you feel yourself. But I said,
oh, yeah, the man
the
won't-
feel yourself.
the man will go sing. Man, stay.
So my one, they recorded
that one that grass.
the grass here. Recorded, it said 5,456.43 kilograms. 349,000 US dollars, $992.37. That kind of money that they want an official turn the Sunday.
Official.
Imagine the unofficial.
But
one.
you know how many grass people smooth in
So-
the play? What
thank you.
GA can,
So
right?
if they make get arrest the unofficial one, I mean the real one. Can you imagine? I see what they were doing, grabbing it.
Because
You get money, eh?
bro, as soon as rescue came, what happened? The president started making travel. All the people in total, nothing came. China, 419 billion. HPS, how many billion? They lied to the government. So they went, no money coming. Man, at the beginning, say, baby, you put them, boy, they lied to. Who know all of a sudden, we're seeing men doing things and operating.
But look, the things we don't hardly with the things we hardly speak about the job we hardly speak about are more expensive. So the government is telling us that heroin value around 359,000 US dollars was seized in this country. Higher
the
than
period.
cocaine for that period. Higher than cocaine. Cocaine was 190 million.
Mhm.
I beg you. Tramadol. Is it Tramadol? 313,000 US dollars worth of Tramadol.
So the total value of all the drugs, different categories seized per that period in the country.
That 21 million. Oh, let me get a few.
Yeah.
21 million 477,236.77 within
From
1 year.
September,
Yeah,
from September to June.
21 million.
And that's not all. There's the LD,
Yeah, LD went in
company.
billion. 4 billion,
80
80
million.
million, $674,985.73.
Whoa,
Yeah.
rescue. That's the level up. Whoa, rescue.
Folks, this is what we are. Let's take calls. But
while
I
we
mean,
sleeping,
oh, no,
you're,
the
you're
country
doing
is
cocaine,
doomed.
paying in billions.
What?
Damn it. Wherever you are, you gotta put your hand on your hip for your country.
Less than 1 year, 21 million worth of drug combined. And you want to tell me that this is not a narco state?
And then just a snap it. Not even.
Yes.
There's a tip.
Because
tip of the iceberg.
figures are even being contested by us here. Imagine cocaine. They say cocaine. How can cocaine report the least?
In fact, while we are getting alarmed about this, the people who understand the thing and say, "Look, I wasn't even work."
Yes.
I have small figure poor started to you.
Is that possible? Look at the figure for the different jobs.
I think that one more operation said
477,000.
one more operation looking beat.
349,000. 359,000. 19,000. Sorry, 19 million. Uh, 361,000. 313,000. 10,000. Or how come all these things will be valued than cocaine?
Cocaine. That cooking thing, you gotta go do your cooking report over. You gotta go do it over.
And if the job we hardly talk about in the country is Meta. Meta reported the highest 19 million worth of Meta came in the country. They said the CJ.
How about heroin?
Heroin can account for $359,000.
Okay.
Folks, you don't have a country. You have a narco state. You don't have a
Well,
country.
what are you like here? Nah, you can
It's
waste
a
your
fact.
time there. Right?
This is, I mean, yes, the stacks before us. You don't have a country.
And these estimates are coming from LD.
LD.
And the good thing is they're just estimates. It's way more. I mean, we're just ordinarily contesting
Yes.
the validity and the accuracy of the figures.
I saw people quit that one there and then 19 million.
No, we'll be talking about.
It will go way up because we're talking 21 million, excluding Quitter and then 19 million.
And when coming to the latest Rossville,
No.
So imagine we put Rossville, because 2016 and you will put Rossville on there. Then the banana 10 ton, right? We put that one there. Then what left to be called, a narco? That take us
0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers. You can call now. I mean, right now to participate on the show. This is Freedom Money Rise. Let's see whether all the numbers are activated. Yes, the numbers are activated. Good morning to you. Let's hear you.
Okay, let me read this thing.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Abu and Austin. This is David King, and I do join you from my residence this morning. I can't sit in nodding my hair, and you guys are doing all the people as it relates to United Party drugs in our country. So the reason I said United Party drugs, all of these figures that you're putting out, they have been in the favor of the United Party administration. And these are people who said, who campaign vigorously all across the country. There's a one guy mounted the podium in Lima County and said President Weah was the one who was putting drugs to the young people to support him. He and President Johnson in the list. So today, for them to be having small political and Scottish drugs now, and you see, I'm maybe so you guys are not what I'm saying, but the car the justice minister is using, the car the police director is using, the cars are very expensive. I was told justice minister drives and it's $2,000 car.
Amen. Later. Good morning. Let's hear you. Okay, you don't want to, you're not ready. Yeah, let's talk to somebody. Yeah. Good morning. Let's hear you.
When things are very good happen, it's because we have righteous men still living in one big working and who the other for righteous journalists. I will be marking serious matter radio station and living in women have reduced MUTE have reduced them to the force them.
MUR?
MUTE.
Okay. Oh, they've muted.
Yeah, they have been muted. I mean, they've muted them so they have been muted. They say that they still have an issue and they are discussing or I'm going to answer. Are you kidding me?
I mean, Poca, you gotta respect the other people. I mean, the other people in the platform.
Yeah, they go through their topic now.
Yeah, you know, but you can decide what kind of topic they push you to. But no, don't do that.
So you have a preference. You have a preference on who to listen to.
Yeah, Poca, they put up in front. No, Poca, wait, Poca, wait. Don't do that. You don't come here to use our platform. Yeah, so say you want, yes, since you don't want to listen to brown type discussion, you can't listen to cooking discussion. That's fine. Let's have the conversation.
Okay. Austin, this is interesting, right? And folks, I'm reading this very powerful on the stats, right? So there says Abu, those statistics can be trusted. In fact, this is a former senior ranking official of the LDA. Can be trusted. I discovered during my assignment statistics, the LDA, right, that the information from the counties and satellite stations around Monrovia are underreported. The commanders are getting rich from these drug issues. The different commanders at the satellite station and the counties, right? We only accept what they report. So they're sitting at HQ, they only accept what they report. There is no way to substantiate those reports. DA has no means. So one instance is you track daily and weekly reports, but at the end of the year, you add all, or the sum of that report is lesser than the total quantity that HQ has. So the men have read their paper report, they get it, right? Daily and weekly. But when the year ends, you do compilation, you realize that the outcome of the report, the aggregate of that report is lesser than the quantity in the warehouse. Right? So this senior man is telling us that while we read it, like, don't even waste your time.
Well, it took us less than 3 minutes. They dismantled the report and found the discrepancy in the report. Why you tell us for almost 1 year, from September to August, you telling us that 5,000 US worth of cookie you were able to see. Does that make sense to anybody?
Look at another one. A good number of the commanders and officers have seen this as a money-making thing because their heads are also doing the same. This is a serious issue. If you visit the satellite station in counties, there are no records to match what you are reading. I expect you see a former DA book, one of the former DA books in the same recipe. The people are there, and these are the people who, they want to clear the man.
They say every day. There's no record to match what we read.
To match what the CDA now published, what people reading. So as I decided and tell Lena, say, you know what? Go down and try to verify and
some
get
of these
the raw.
things.
Go in the counties, few counties, and something into our offices and see, compare their notes and stuff and see.
And they were beating on Dudu for filing Al Jazeera to Al Jazeera. And they may file exactly what they published.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure they didn't take that chance, or they didn't even go through the kind of analysis that we're doing to say, let's see whether we can verify the report. So imagine if Al Jazeera decides to review the report and verify and establish that the quitter jug, cocaine was not recorded. The 19 million cocaine was not recorded.
So you know the impression it gives?
Oh, yeah, let's take view move. We're gonna run away from here. Good morning to you. Let's hear you.
Good morning, my friend, brother Austin and Abu. How you doing, sir?
We're fine. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Well, this just issue is very interesting. Liberia will be serious and really take it very serious. I want Liberia because someone in plenty of something. I wanted to go read about Ecuador. BBC is reporting that young lives are taken away from Ecuador in 2025 because Ecuador now
all drug related.
All drug related.
Yeah. I read that last night. Yeah. All drug related.
Wow.
The drugs from Colombia and Peru, they make their way through Ecuador to America. They end users are in America. They are not in Ecuador.
No.
But then Ecuador is suffering for their country being used as a transit for cooking. For cooking. But yeah, when you come to Liberia, they put that in cooking Liberia. I don't know if we're not even Liberia.
It's not supposed to pass, yes, sir.
But not only cooking, we just read the other ones to you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Some of my senior brothers or children at the age of 12 are being recruited in Ecuador. After 3 years, they are 15, they are used. They put that using Igbo. They're using children, child missionary killers that the children are using to assassinate bigger politicians and even cartel bosses. So do we want like to go back into that same water scenario with just some boys passing out with AK? It's very risky. President Baka, he became the president. You campaign seriously, vehemently campaign against George. You fool like Grandpa are going to take George yes, that 419 will give total 419 arrangement. So you got to stop the 419 behavior, come to yourself, and handle a great issue when it has to do with cooking permanently. Thank you for giving me a head time.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you. Let's hear you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Austin. Station Gray, calling for Tuburan family, calling for Sela Brent for justice. Abu and Austin, it's your parent with me. They walk at me. With your parents, cooking flying while the country, and shake while the water, or you say while the water. All of that we see with them. They people so bad and quite just. They never tell us that they were coming here for cooking. They never tell us they were coming here for cooking or us. They never coming tell for the beginning now or two that we went to go. We're not going to go tell now. We're never coming to go tell now for Baka and sorry there to bring cooking in the country. They were beating on where and they we are gone and push. It was sorry. But today, Baka bringing the especially just in the one market cooking. So why you never forget to say us when they make campaign for jobs? Why they get to say us? Why they get to say us in the country? How Baka take us for joking in the country? What for cooking, but you were setting all and we now we don't know that we are us. They may tell you myself. Well, yeah, us in the tell you myself we now we don't know that we are. So then now we're not getting that blood now if we cooking to get us or spoken behind our rope. And we know why they may say our film never show up cooking.
Thank you. Let's take another caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Veteran calling for justice. They never concerned that for justice. Thank you very much. So, Abu, President Baka was campaigning in 2023 that when you not win the election will be the end on the country. This man is coming to end that period now. We are calling the same thing on the nation. President Baka coming end the country. They when the country are running the cookie and take over the nation land. And last thing we listen to center, the ship or in the period see for who did we that the all cooking that they are brought they are on low.
We do not have any leader. Good morning. Let's hear you.
My name is Freeman Habu, and I'm phoning from Red Light about the church. You see, thank you for what you do for country. So remember you people. There will come a time in the country we try to chase people for the work. If you do good work, you'll be remembered. If you don't in 2029, we'll follow them all and send them across. They should be very careful because the drugs thing, they tend to be a friendly something for the government now. They are getting used to it. It is start, sometimes want to take politics out of it like what happened before then, but that's complete lie. That they can't hold us anymore. They can't control like real people anymore. Gone are those days when they used to take microphone, go live, war propaganda, say things they ain't supposed to say, and then they come to power. But those days are gone. Our mind has been moved. Even though we still have some percentage ones that still believe that when you have to sing praises to one government because they're doing the wrong thing and we say the right thing, then they go after you. But things are changing gradually. And thank you so much, you Austin. I mean, the whole Freedom family for all your super country, all those Liberians who fighting to see Liberia become a safe place. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to you. Good morning.
Good morning, my son. This is Council.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to ask. They say the man is not in charge. The man is very old. But the wickedness are happening. People that have on man from time to time. He say get there on man. This is why he say yeah, there's shooting enter. And then what we are talking about. My son, let me tell you, we blame those powers. We blame those police people that is imported that drug. But we can't blame them so much. One, in a secret injection. So let them who send them, then at least maybe they will consider them. But as much as we conceal the information, we blame them for it. But I know that some of them send them who escort the drug. Some of them higher up. So if they want to be fair, let them call the people, they didn't call the people to go there. And why they keep on holding our own like this.
Thank you. Statistics from the world. So the market is interesting. Now, these are countries or these are nations that are used for trafficking, the biggest or the largest for production and trafficking of cocaine and all of that. Colombia is being reported as the world's largest producer of cocaine. The largest, Colombia. It's a way of business. Is that you go on the morning, really rest. We say rest at your staple.
Yeah, let me go sell.
Let me go sell.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
Like cooking the
Two persons arrested. Peru is second. Bolivia is third. Ecuador is fourth. For trafficking, Ecuador. So guess what? When you go to the users rate, Ecuador is not even amongst the 10 countries in the world that use that consume cocaine. Ecuador is not there. When you see the countries that are amongst the 10, among the list of 10 that consume cocaine, America and the UK, they're big European countries. But Ecuador is sitting as number 4 in the world for transiting, for producing. I mean, they are not a major producer, sorry, but they transit. They are a transit point.
The same thing they tell across the world.
Yes. Transiting drugs, it does not come alone. It comes along with drugs. It comes along with prostitution. It comes along with it goes along with armed trade. It goes along with prostitution. It goes along with crime. Stop it. Fight back. That's what happens. See the world uses the economy to rely or jobs. Australia, 4% adults are reported prevalent. Australia, United Kingdom, between 2 to 3%. United States, between 2 to 3%. Also, the world's largest cocaine market by number of users in the US. All the effort in the US may be to fight the importation of cocaine as well. You see, America, because it was the largest cocaine market. You have the number users because the percentage to be equal to UK, but the populated Spain. You get 2 nationalities. Politics of propaganda. As if Jovi is not president or the Abuja, UP or CDC do not exist, then abroad must not exist. So the politics serve everything and take everything as political propaganda, and then we start going across people real using, the real beneficiaries, and then sit there somewhere in the luxury including
Yeah, sure. So we gotta go, and it's gonna be a very busy week for those of you that love reading. So there is a very beautiful intellectual debate that a brother Famula here, the evening engineer, electrical engineer. So Tombo has upon that. So that's what Ian wrote. It says a beautiful piece, take your time to read and understand like when it's the thing I like about these things is what fascinates me about them mostly, they give us vivid accounts of what happened in the events that inspire the involvement participation of individuals. They all stem from the artwork from that formulas sister, Niata, who blemished former President Charles Taylor. And then so somebody decided to remind her and ask the formula. What can you say about that age woman formula and the role before Taylor? The argument is simply put, formula then open the door for those kind of things, and Taylor then enter. But we'll see you tomorrow. You gotta go. And they'll come here.
Yeah, we are thought to feature his article on yesterday. I personally reached out to him. He can
But
yes, it's still on it. To have official approval to start featuring the to edit. That's how we edit the Okay, so until then, we shall see tomorrow by God's grace. Thanks to all of you for listening and watching us. Bye
Freedom better you feel in our children. Freedom better you defend our country. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Filthy. Aha. Wani makianye wara wa monyoju kweyan. Wani makianye wara wa monyoju kweyan. Wana wa kura kira. Wasya wa kira. Wana wa kura ngoma. Wasya wa kira. Kena be monye be nyaka.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Oh, wa monye o.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Mo freedom fighter de ni nyonyo bi o